Hello! Hello! You might be asking at this point, where the hell have you been? Great question. And for those that do not know why they would ask this question is because probably they're new to the channel, in which case I say hello, but this is a particularly weird video to encounter you here. But let me present myself again, just because why not? Hello, I'm Lauron, and I make videos on YouTube as a hobby, videos of video games as a hobby on YouTube. And I've been away for 2 months. Let me explain now what happened in the last 2 months and why I've been away. It all started in September, when I started actually studying, so to speak, for my driver's license. I had to pass a exam for first aid, I had to pass a medical examination, I had to pass theoretical driving examinations, as well as practical driving examinations after taking 35 hours of driving that I've taken, and that all ended in January, mid-January in fact. So you might be asking, yeah, sure, but couldn't you have just made videos in the meanwhile? Well, yes, I could have, but I was just completely into this that I just completely forgotten or had no willpower to do so. So, as an addition to that, I had to stop for a while. But now I have my driver's license, I've passed all my examinations on my first try, so that's good. But the matter still stands. Where are my videos? Videos are returning, finally, at long last. However, the bad news is that for the lack of presence that I've had in the last couple of months, I've decided that I will scrap all of the old series that I had and replace them with 3 brand new ones. Now, XCOM is not entirely gone, it's just gone in its long war way. I mean, the mod is amazing, it adds a lot of content, but it's just too much stress for me, and I don't like stress. So I decided to cancel it out. And I will be replacing it with a simple, classic difficulty, second wave options, XCOM, Enemy Within campaign, which is going to be lots of fun, I hope so. And there's actually a spreadsheet that I prepared for the queue list of naming characters. If you want to be included as any character at any point, post a video, or post a comment under the video of XCOM, specifically XCOM, don't post it here, for what you would like your character to be, class, gender, appearance even. That's also acceptable, even how to format your name accordingly, because there has to be name and surname. No problem, I can do that. And you will be entered in a queue list, and then it's all up to the random number generated gods to decide when you will actually enter the club of XCOM. So, XCOM Enemy Within Season 3, as I will call it, is gonna be an uncut series, edited but uncut mostly, of how I will progress through a harsh campaign, intended campaign, vanilla campaign, you know, modless, mod-free. So that's gonna be fun, because it's one of my favorite games of all time, certainly, possibly, my top 5 turn-based games of all time, so that's actually really good. I really like the game, and it's highly suggested to anyone who hasn't played it yet, to which point I will say, what the heck are you still waiting for? Secondly, there is gonna be another 2 series which are not gonna be uncut, they're gonna be cut, and that is, there's gonna be like highlight series. One of them is gonna be this very game, Euro Truck Simulator. I'll call it Road to Scandinavia. The reason why I'll call it that is because a new DLC that is gonna include the 3 Scandinavian countries, Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, will come sometime soon. And that is gonna be like a sort of pre-series to the exploration that we're going to do once Scandinavia comes out, because I'm gonna buy it day 1 for sure, because this game is awesome. And maybe even like a pre-series to American Truck Simulator, which is being developed as we speak. The 3rd series is actually gonna be an early access game, which feels particularly colorful of me, because I usually don't like early access games a lot. Well, you know, sometimes you have to keep a close eye on them, and sometimes you're gonna find some charms into them. A bit of freezing there, a bit more freezing there, don't worry about it, it's fine. So, there is a particular video game that is very famous in the early access scene, and that is Prison Architect. I love it, it's a Dwarf Fortress-like theme park-like game where you have to basically keep your prisoners well fed and alive without riots, hopefully. And I'm gonna do kind of a series on that. I think that would be quite fun to do. And it's gonna be a highlight series. I'm just gonna put on the main events inside, like your riots and shower scenes, because everyone likes to check 50 fat prison guys shower. Sure. Anyway, I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. So we're gonna do a bit of that, and that's gonna be our free series for the time being. I will accept requests for video games that I could play. However, I will not always do a video or series about them, simply because I don't want to clog my channel with too much hope to create a lot of good, varied content. I would like to focus on smaller title, or rather, not smaller titles necessarily, just, I would like to focus a bit more on less number of titles than on a lot of titles with variety. We're gonna still keep variety in genre, so that is good. But we'll have to keep a close eye on how series develop, especially the highlight series that are gonna be particularly interesting, because there's gonna be a lot of editing going into them, and hopefully there will be fun for you to watch. So there is that. Is there gonna be a particular schedule that I will follow? I'll just try to upload as many videos as possible every day. It could be one, it could be two, it could be also none. So keep that in mind. I'm not promising that I will be able to upload a video a day, simply because my internet is particularly garbage. So I apologize for that in advance, but I cannot help it that. At least I'm trying to release good quality videos. And to finish that off, the argument of good quality videos, hopefully there's gonna be actually an improvement in quality, especially after the first XCOM video, which I recorded. Sadly, my voice has been recorded with my webcam microphone instead of my normal microphone that I paid lots of money for, which makes no particular sense at all, but sometimes I guess mistakes happen. And why is that? Because I had to reinstall everything on my PC because I bought an SSD card. It's not really a card, it's more like a disk. It's a solid state drive. It's not a card, it's that an SD is a card. Well, it's kind of small still, but still. So hopefully the quality will improve slightly with the SSD, which is going to allow me to, do more things, I guess, at the same time. Especially now that I have two discs, I can have one particularly just for bigger games that don't stress too much my computer, and the SSD for more training games so that they can run a bit more smoothly. So that is actually really nice. So hopefully we're gonna have a bit of content above 30 frames per second, which is always welcome, of course. So that is about it. I've finally recovered out of an illness, so that's good. Still more freezes. No worries about that. I've recovered from a serious cough that I had recently, so now I'm finally able to talk normally, which is a godsend. And I'm also able to drive a car, which is also quite particularly useful. I strongly recommend getting a license yourself if you're available to, or rather, if you have time to do so, and if you are, of course, eligible to do so. So thanks everybody for watching this update video, and I will see you in a couple of minutes in XCOM. Again, I apologize for the audio quality. Will improve as episode 2 is released. Promised. And also don't forget to check out the links I posted in the description below. It should be a link to the spreadsheet for the queue list of XCOM characters that can be done. And I'm also open for suggestions on how I should approach the highlight series. No worries about that. Thanks everybody for listening, and I will see you soon. Bye!